Before we do this, I am calling on all the Base Trade TV subscribers out there. I want to see First Blood daggers in chat this game, guys. But without further ado, I am Rifkin. Unfortunately, Zeph has had to leave at this point, but that's okay because I'm still joined by my Insanity's Penguin. And spawning here in the upper left corner of the map, he might look like a barcode, but he smells like he's from Mouse Sports. It might just be Lucifron.
And his opponent spawning in the bottom right. You guys know this guy as probably the best foreign player in the world. It's going to be the Blue Protoss player playing for Alliance. It is Naniwa.
Yeah, and of course for me, this is an extra special game. I've never cast a Naniwa replay or him live to date, so very excited about this. Of course, I do know how well he plays. My big concern is how much does Lucifron put into this, right? As stated before, he's pretty much out of the group stage. He's not had very much luck with the other series. Obviously, he's not going to try and give this away or throw it by any means. That would be a stupid accusation to make, but, you know, does he try his hardest, knowing that there's nothing really waiting for him at the end of the rainbow type thing?
I think that any player, almost any player playing against Naniwa will try their hardest.
Yeah, they want to beat
And the reason
Naniwa.
is because almost every player has probably been BM'd by Naniwa at some point or other. So, I mean, Lucifron, I know he's also been the victim of some Naniwa BM, and Vortex has been very vocal in the past about how he doesn't like Naniwa, so I think Lucifron is definitely going to be trying his hardest here. We should be in for a very, very good game, guys. Naniwa, however, doing very, very well so far for himself. He's sitting at a 2-1 record, just taking out Hyun now with a 2-1, also 2-1 over TLO, and he did lose to Patience earlier on. So, overall, he's looking pretty solid. I think a win here would actually potentially solidify him in second place, I think it would, because TLO would... Actually, if TLO beats Hyun, he'll have a better map score and he'll come second. But there's a good chance of him coming second if he wins this match.
I just want to see Lucifron win, to be honest, more than anything else. Not because it's Naniwa here, not because I personally am rooting for or against him, but he's just not had any luck with the other maps today. He's had just the worst series, and okay, kind of a cool bunker. It's just forced to make Naniwa overreact, because we know there's not a lot coming behind this. So, does pull almost every single probe.
Yeah, I mean, that's a nice little win here for Lucifron, as long as he doesn't lose the SCV, and there's the cancel on the bunker. So, overall, that was pretty nice.
And clarification, that does not count as first blood. I know we've had this argument in the past with our viewers, but Lucifron following this up with 3 racks. I mean, he did go for the CC pretty early. Not like it was CC first or anything, of course, but with the 3 racks of production, if Naniwa would suddenly be like, all right, you know what, screw it, I'm just going to forget you because you did that bunker shenanigans to me, Lucifron at the very least would have the production to hold it off. Ooh, hold the phone, Penguin. This isn't 2 racks.
Raxus, man.
This is suddenly a very aggressive move coming out of Lucifron instead of a very defensive move. 5 racks at a time. It's not going to be Reapers as there's no gas, but it's going to be a lot of Marines. And, like, you can photon overcharge. Oh,
if he goes Oracle and just runs into, like, 12 Marines, Naniwa's not going to be able to do anything as long as Lucifron reacts well. I assume Lucifron will be... No, I was going to say he's going to put on some add-ons, but he's not. He has no gas.
No, that's my point. He's just going to be 5 racksing Marines. This is kind of like this sounds really silly to say because it's not in context of what Lucifron's playstyle is, but it's kind of a newbie strategy because this is shut down outright just by an early Colossus, which I want to talk about this because early Colossus used to be the thing. You would see every Protoss player rush Colossus out versus Terran every single time, once upon a time. But now that Oracles are used so much, this might actually be Lucifron just playing into the fact that he knows Naniwa is going to be taking advantage of this new sort of metagame.
Maybe. By the way, did you miss First Blood?
Did it go off? No, it didn't.
Yeah, the SCV Scout.
Oh, did it? Oh,
Alright,
no.
Second Blood will count as First Blood as this SCV moves into the natural here.
Alright, we'll pretend this is First Blood.
It may die.
We'll pretend it's First Blood, guys. Because I saw the, I saw the bunker go down. I ignored after, but...
First Blood.
There we go. Alright, I know it's kind of like a lame, sloppy seconds First Blood, but there we go.
Oh no! We've got Double Forge coming out! Naniwa has nothing to defend this!
This is going to be rough too, because that Mothership Core was, it's got the overcharge on it, right? But with so many Marines, I mean, quite frankly, he may be able to just, if he doesn't push past it, bulldog it down. But here comes the Oracle to the main, and even 5 racks at a time is not really enough to straight up shut this down. He does have to be careful with his micro. 6 Marines will do it, 5 Marines won't. So chasing this off, Naniwa going to get no damage done. Kills like 1 SCV. Not that big of a deal.
I want to point out, though, the reason why people don't do this anymore is because Photon Overcharge is so good.
Yeah,
So
but this
I
is
don't
what I'm saying,
actually
if you-
know how much damage this is going to do.
If that sentry goes down, right? If he just walks past the natural overcharge to the main,
Yeah.
that could wreck Naniwa. But with a force field available, I don't think he'll mess that up. Overcharge goes down immediately, and the Marines are just going to push hard. Lucifron coming with this very aggressive move. Can he get the splits here? That force field is good, and now they're trapped on the ramp. Forced to go a little bit north, but now Naniwa can't actually push out of his base either. There's still enough Marines to contend. They may actually be able to push into this still. I mean, it's going to take a lot of really good control out of Lucifron and some mistakes out of Naniwa, but Lucifron can still make this happen. Look at this rally. Look at the SUV pull. I mean, he is coming in full ham on this, Penguin.
All right, well, Overcharge is going to be running out pretty soon. He's going to try to go for the Nexus
It's
at the
gonna
moment.
die
He needs
before it
more than a
runs out.
natural Nexus kill. He's pulled SCVs. He needs to kill Naniwa right here, right now.
Yeah, he has to end the game with this, basically. He's getting baited by the Stalkers, quite frankly, but pulls back with the SCV, so maybe, what? Is he going to go home with this? Thinking that's enough economic damage? It's 11 workers to 35. That is not enough damage.
No. Oh, man. Well, I mean, he does have double mules, and Naniwa's, like, heavy supply blocked. So maybe in some world, he can try to come back.
Oh, look at this, though.
He's going to get a Stalker.
This is just so many
pretty
Marines.
nice.
There's cannons
I
that
mean,
went down,
yeah,
though.
those cannons are going to help really a lot as well. And I mean, he's going to be able to break down those cannons, but not before they do their job. A lot of the Marines going down here. Naniwa looking in a very solid position. He's
I
getting a
don't
Void
know,
Ray out
Penguin.
as well.
If he gets an
Oracle
overcharge
coming
off,
in.
if he gets an overcharge off, he holds us no problem. But look at the ground force. They're being cleaned up by these Marines. Overcharge is about ready. 2 seconds to go. Gets another Stalker. There's the Photon Overcharge.
Yeah. Naniwa should be fine from here, but there are double mules, and as you said, the units have actually gone down, so Naniwa won't be able to move out for a while, and maybe by some crazy miracle, Lucifron can get an economy going, but I don't think it's going to be possible, man.
I think if he had kept the SCVs here, he could have at least done a lot more damage. Pulling them back, I mean, I don't know. It's not like he started producing SCVs right away. He kept on the Marine production, right? So this is not an ideal spot for our Terran player, to say the least.
No, Natural's going to be going down again here for Naniwa. We have one Void Ray out already, I believe. Or did he cancel that Void Ray?
The Void Ray's not
yeah,
that
okay, Void Ray
scary,
was
though.
canceled.
Yeah,
But there's
but
an Oracle out again. He can go kill some more stuff at the Natural. There's no missile turret there. Although there are a lot of Marines out, so.
actually, how many
This
kills?
is such a weird game!
It is, but that's because Lucifron chose to be incredibly hyper-aggressive with this. And if
Yeah.
Naniwa had played greedy in the slightest, Lucifron would have won this game through, well, almost build order more than anything else. His control's been great. But of course, if you go like super greedy against a Terran player who opens 5 racks, it doesn't matter how good your control is if you don't have units to control, right? So,
Yeah. Well, he's pushing out with the Marines again. He gets past the Stalkers. The probe on the Watchtower will see this coming. That Oracle not really doing much. 0 kills on it. And, you know, Lucifron's actually stabilized here. But 1-1 is halfway done for Naniwa.
yeah, and Naniwa's got 3 sentries this time. I mean, even if Lucifron by some miracle knocks down that Nexus again, there's no way he gets up that ramp to the natural, or to the main, I should say. The Mothership Core has also got energy, not quite for an overcharge, but can at least time warp. I mean, it guarantees killing these Marines.
Well, the Stalkers are actually relatively low on health, and using this high ground vision, it is possible for Lucifron to maybe pick them off, but he's going to move in and try to go for the Nexus instead. Good force fields coming down, the Zealots connecting. And with that, this attack's going to be cleaned up again. GG is called. Naniwa taking game at number 1 in this best of 3 series. Lucifron down to 0-7 in map score. Oh boy.
Well, that's not it though, guys. Remember, it's a best of 3, and that was only game 1. We're going to quickly toss up a small, short, 30-second ad. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 30 seconds with some more Lucifron versus Naniwa.